Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network channel on YouTube. I'm your host, Mr. Prime Real Estate, Ric Davis.
And I'm your host, the Texas Real Estate King, LarryWBrooks.
Every week, the King and I will provide you exclusive access to our network of lenders, investors, and real estate professionals from both the commercial and residential real estate sectors.
Now, are you millionaire minded? Or maybe you're a millionaire in the making. Make sure that you subscribe so you can get connected to the network. And always remember, the Prime Real Estate Network, where millionaires are in the making.
Create wealth for generations.
What's up, Prime Real Estate Network listeners? It's your man, LarryWBrooks, a.k.a. the Texas Real Estate King. Hey, when you get a moment, go ahead and go over to shoplwb.com. You can see the Pure Hustle merchandise that we have over there, some of our newer items that we have in stock, and of course, I got all the books that I've authored. I'd love for your support. You have a great day.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network live from the 2024 Hard Engage Conference here in Houston, Texas. Man, it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with you this week. I'm your host, Ric Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I invite you to do so at Prime Real Estate Ric. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in residential or commercial real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas, you can reach me directly on Instagram at Prime Real Estate Ric. As always, it's an honor and pleasure to be here with you this week. And I want to take some time to introduce my co-host. He is not only a highly successful real estate broker, he's a multi-time author, serial entrepreneur, and the proud proprietor of Pure Hustle clothing brand. I want to thank him so much for sitting in with us and everything he's done to make this Hard Engage Conference such a success. And I'd like to introduce to the audience, the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks. What's going on?
Yo, hey man, thank you for the kind words, Ric. Yes, indeed. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here on the show today, man. We at the HAR Engage Conference. It is packed. It is sold out. You and I are spending time here being consistent with the program while everyone else is having lunch. So, hey, man, let's go.
Hey, man, first things first, man. All the people in the audience that check us out every week have been seeing the ads for the Hard Engage Conference, man. If you're a realtor and you didn't have an opportunity to sign up and register for this year, make sure you get next year, because this is a great thing. If you're in the area, you in Houston, come on over, man. Network for after the event, man, because it's going to be something outstanding. Hey, but Mr. Brooks, man, these breakout sessions are coming fast and furious, and we don't have as much time as we normally would for this week's episode. So I want to take some time for you to introduce or let our audience know a little bit about this week's guest, how you're able to gain her commitment to sit in this week with us, and let us know a little bit about how we were connected to this week's talented real estate professional.
Yeah, you know, this is one of those instances that consistency pays off, right? And so I originally met today's guest as she was going through the journey of getting her real estate license. And so just following the system on social media, kind of keeping in touch, doing your touches, and just being aware that someone's going through the process. Then having a chance to visit at one of the champion schools and seeing today's guest again, and then just having her become a part of the brokerage firm, one of the teams here at the brokerage firm. It's just been an amazing journey. So just having her on here today says a lot when it comes to our consistency at Brooks and Davis, when it comes to our touches, and putting the right people in the right places in the right systems, man. So please introduce her. I'm excited to have her a part of the team, and let's go.
Hey, look, man, for everyone out there in the audience who's looking to buy a home in 2024, early 2025, this young lady is who you need to reach out to. She is not only a rock star real estate agent at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, she's one of the most talented buyer specialists anywhere in the area. I want to thank her so much for sitting in on the show this week, and I'd like to introduce to our audience Miss Alaysia Woodard. How are you?
Hi, everybody. I'm doing good. How are you?
That's all good. Thank you so much for sitting in, man. You know, Larry and I were so excited that you were going to be sitting in with us that we had to make time to interview even during this Engage conference. So first things first, Alaysia, please introduce yourself to our audience and talk to our audience a little bit about your passion for real estate and why you're so passionate about helping people buy their first new home.
Yes. So hello, everybody. My name is Alaysia Woodard. I am a Houston native. I've been here my entire life. So honestly, just growing up, I didn't know I wanted to pursue real estate. But after just learning about myself, really and understanding my strengths as a person. Like I love bringing people together. I love problem solving, and I love my city. So real estate kind of worked its way in there to check all of my boxes for myself and just allow me to utilize my strengths and be the best person I could be, really. So that's where
Yeah.
my passion for real estate came in.
And shout out to the Manville. She was a track
Oh
star over
yeah.
at Manville where my son plays football at. So shout out to the
Okay,
track star in the
everybody.
building. Who
No,
can
you know,
hang,
lady,
baby?
one of the best things about having you on with us this week, Ms. Woodard, is because you act and serve as a buyer's agent, a buyer's specialist. And the great thing about what you do is you help so many people buy not only their first home, but their next home. You're always there for one of the highlights of
Right.
their buying or investing career. And but I want to give you an opportunity to share with our audience about some of the best practices that you had to adopt so that you can best serve your clients as a buyer specialist. Because we all see these shows on HGTV and we see $1 million listing and it looks so glamorous and so cool. And you just look through mansions and luxury properties. But could you just share with our audience about what really goes on as a buyer specialist and some of the things you've had to do to serve your clients adequately?
Yes, absolutely. So some things that we prioritize on our team even is we like to call ourselves change agents. So, being on the buyer side and dealing with buyers, a lot of times it's their first time purchasing a home. It's one of the largest purchases they'll ever make in their life. So being a buyer specialist, I really like to hone in and cater to the needs of the client. And whether it's personal and it relates to business, however, I just like to be there for them and understand what it is that they really need and be that person to vouch for them, stand up for them, fight for them to make the change end of the day. And so with that, I've had a lot of success with just gaining the people's trust, but also
Yeah.
accomplishing their goals.
Wow. Is there anything you could share with our audience? Because there's so many members who check us out who are aspiring real estate agents. There are Brooks and Davis affiliates. They're currently in real estate school and efforting towards becoming licensed like yourself. And all they can think is, I just want to work with buyers. I can't wait. I'm really excited. I love homes. I love tours. I love decorating. What have you learned is something that a lot of your buyers ask you once you start shopping for homes that they didn't consider before they actually started out on the journey with
Ooh, good question. I would say before getting into the process and really understanding, I think sometimes, let me see. I don't know.
you? The
Can
reason why,
you
no, the reason
elaborate
why,
more? I need more context.
Well,
no,
yeah,
go ahead,
and
Larry.
the thing is I think one of the things that Rick was alluding to is what's the most common question that you get when dealing with first time home buyers, and that's what really
Yeah.
happens, right? Like you
Okay.
become conditioned with understanding everyone's answer, but what is the one thing that every time they always say it over and over, and you're like, okay, I know this, let me give it. What is something like that?
Okay, exactly. So
Yeah,
a lot of times it's like, can I afford it? Can
Ah,
I, you know? And so I think it's just the resources that are out there, a lot of people are not aware of. And so I like to kind of bridge those gaps for my clients.
right.
And it's like, maybe they just are not aware of all the resources that are out there. And it's not about affordability, really. It's really just having the resource. So
yeah,
like I was saying, to kind of piggyback to my last response, being that change agent, being the person who can come in, bridge the gaps, and ultimately like put all the pieces of the puzzle together that make my clients successful.
yeah. Knowing that and that buying power is important. And one of the other things I want to point out is that I saw you and your team at this past real estate summit. Y'all was hosting a session where y'all were talking to a group of people. What was that conversation like? What were you guys talking about over there?
So I loved my group of people at the summit. They were amazing, seriously. But really, it was just super cool to have that personal interaction with them and really have a whole buyer's consultation. Honestly, it was like an in-person buyer's consultation. As we went around the summit, there were actual vendors and resources there, so I was able to walk them through the whole process. And I'm like, hey guys, let's play, let's act like we're really about to go out and buy a house today from start to finish. And it was cool for the customers and people who were there in my group because they really got a real experience and met real people, and how it would be like to purchase a home. They were also able to gain that knowledge and connect with me. So I've actually made pretty great relationships even from then to now. So.
No, one of the
You
things
know,
that I noticed. Oh, go ahead, Larry.
well, yeah, because here's another question that I have for you. Because in this business, you're kind of at the age that I was when I first got involved in real estate. And so, this year's generation is so different. What do you think the secret that you have? What is that secret thing that you have that allows you to lock in and understand how to build relationships with people? What is that secret sauce that you have as being a young, youthful person in this real estate industry? When I say youthful, we're talking about age 22 to 24, right? So that says a lot in this business nowadays. Because, and I'll let you answer me, but I want to just give people a little background. The average age of a realtor is usually about 58 years old. And so for you to be in it at such a young age and rock starring it, what is your secret sauce?
Okay, I definitely think it's my upbeat energy. Like I have a lot of energy to burn, guys. It's definitely my energy and I would
Right.
say confidence. So it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to maybe not know things, but you're able to establish that level of trust with people when you just are able to showcase the confidence within yourself. I'm confident within myself, even as an agent. Being young, it doesn't matter, like I love people. I'm good at talking to people and engaging. So I usually just play up on those strengths and it usually hooks them right in.
The great thing about watching you work at the Real Estate Summit, and Larry spoke on this a little bit, was your ability to motivate and inspire the group of potential clients that you were speaking with. I want to ask you this because we all need inspiration and motivation.
Right.
When you think back to your upbringing as a young woman, were there any business owners or entrepreneurs in your family that may have served as an inspiration for you from that standpoint to show you the light as far as being a businesswoman, being an entrepreneur, being a trailblazer? Is there anyone that you, when you think back, that you could credit as being like that that inspiration for you?
Honestly, no. But I will say my family they were still play the role as far as inspiring me because they always push me to pursue my wildest dreams. They never told
Mm.
me nothing was incapable of happening. And so even with just my development growing up and just understanding myself, I didn't think I would be an entrepreneur. But my parents, they always kind of spoke life into me in that way. Like, Alaysia,
Nice.
you can, like, you have something to you. So even though they may not have led by example in that way for me to learn the game firsthand, etc., they definitely always still spoke life into me. And so now looking back, that definitely inspired me to just chase after my dreams and never take no for an answer. That was my mom's favorite thing to tell me. So
No, that's outstanding. I want to thank you so much for being so transparent. A lot of times, especially with our interviews, the great thing about having this platform is that the members of our audience are able to not only meet someone like you, engage, learn about some of your past practices, and learn from your best practices that are making you successful right now. So, for those members of our audience that would like to meet, greet, and interact with you, Ms. Woodard, in person, when will that next opportunity present itself, and where, when, and how can they get in contact with
oh, yes, absolutely. So this weekend in person, you can catch me at one of my open houses. It's a new construction community, three brand new townhomes. So I will be at 8708 Knox Street in person, Saturday and Sunday from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. So come out and check me out.
you? Outstanding. I want to thank you so much, man. We always extend the invitation to all of the Brooks and Davis real estate family to sit in with us on the show. I want to thank you so much for taking
Yeah.
us up on that invitation.
Thank
But
Larry,
you.
also, yeah, before you find it. Where else can the people find you? Where are you at on social media? What's some of your contact information?
Oh, yes. So I'm on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm pretty much on everything. Alaysia Woodard, or you can catch me on Instagram at Levy Realty, Alaysia Viet, TikTok, Levy Realty, Levy Realty. Lady Realty.
Well, thank you so much, Queen, for sitting in with us. You know you part of the Brooks and Davis real estate family, so you have a seat with Larry and myself anytime you would like to grace us with your presence. So if there's any events that you're spearheading, leading, please let us know. We would love to get the word out to our audience, and we would love to have you on the show to talk about anything that you have going on in the future, man. So thank you so much, Queen, for sitting
Yes.
in with us.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Have a great one. See now, Larry, that
Yeah,
goes to show when we
yeah.
talk to all of the agents over at Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm and we offer them the opportunity to sit in with us, they can see that it's a cool interview,
Yeah.
painless. Hey, look, and we don't ask anybody any gotcha questions out of left field, man, and everything flows great, man. So how did you feel about that interview, Larry? Is there anything
Amazing.
you'd like to say to our audience in closing before we get back to the Hard Engage conference?
Oh man, no doubt about it. I knew this was going to be an amazing interview because I know the energy that she spoke of. And as I tell people, as you get into this industry, you want to find a company and a team and a brokerage firm that's going to pour into your successes. And so one of the things I brought up when it came to the real estate summit, that's something that Brooks and Davis puts on for its realtors and for the home buyers in the Houston community every single year. That gives you an opportunity as a new realtor to get new business, and as a and assist people that you may not know all of the steps to. So with that being said, that was a great opportunity, and we host a similar event every Saturday. So definitely get plugged into the system, man. I'm excited about getting back in here, visiting with some of the vendors that we have here at the Engage conference. So let's get to it, buddy.
Hey, look, man, I want to thank everybody in the audience for checking us out. I want to thank everybody at HAR. I want to thank everybody that's involved with the Engage Conference. Man, this is a great event. On behalf of myself, Ric Davis, and the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks, we want to thank everyone for tuning in this week. And in the meantime, in between time, we just a text, email, DM, or phone call away. Until next Thursday, when it's time for Prime Real Estate Network Live, everyone in the audience, please be safe and be blessed.